Today's headline is about thousands of undocumented Zimbabwean nationals reportedly establishing a mega-church in Cosmo City, Johannesburg. Hello, welcome back to the channel. This is a video and picture news about this remarkable rise of a church led by foreign nationals and the questions it raises for the local community. Before we go further, please watch till the end so you can see the sources and try to verify the news for yourself. The scene in Cosmo City caught many by surprise. What seemed like a normal gathering turned into a massive assembly when observers estimated that the numbers of worshippers were in the thousands. On what was once a quieter suburb of Johannesburg, the arrival of a mega-church operated by foreign nationals has stirred both curiosity and concern. Residents have watched from the sidelines as the numbers grew and the presence of this church began to shift the local dynamic. According to community members, the church services started modestly but quickly expanded. What raised alarm was the speed of growth and the overwhelming number of attendees who, in many cases, said they were undocumented. The fact that the church reportedly draws mostly Zimbabwean nationals who are documented as undocumented has sparked intense debate in Cosmo City and beyond. Onlookers say the mood was tense as locals questioned how such a large gathering could operate without apparent checks or oversight. One local resident described seeing large tents, loudspeakers, and entire streets being used as part of the gathering site. Cars parked in odd places, crowds moving in waves, and a constant buzz of activity filled the area. The resident said it felt like the suburb had been taken over overnight. Others voiced concern that the church might be operating outside legal parameters and that the influx of people could have unintended consequences for infrastructure, housing, parking, and local livelihoods. For many South Africans living nearby, informal trading, rentals, and community services are already under pressure. The sudden arrival of a large foreign national congregation opened up questions: who is financing this? What is the purpose beyond worship, and how are undocumented persons being involved? Some community groups said they felt blindsided, adding that they expected more transparency from local government and law enforcement. Officials have reportedly turned their attention to the church's operations. According to reports, the land being used may not have been zoned for large gatherings, and there are concerns about sanitation, safety, and the rights of neighbors. These issues became immediate after complaints from residents about displaced parking, late-night noise, and traffic jams. Some people said they felt intimidated as crowds filled the area and some roadside stalls appeared to sprout around the main church site. In the media and on social platforms, reactions have been mixed. Supporters of the church say it provides a place of spiritual freedom and community for people who may otherwise feel marginalized. Some foreign nationals in Johannesburg see such churches as safe spaces where they can gather without fear of judgment. Others argue that if undocumented nationals are attending en masse, then local regulations and immigration laws must be enforced to prevent illegal operations disguised as places of worship. For local authorities, the challenge is delicate. They must respect freedom of religion and assembly while ensuring compliance with zoning, safety, and immigration laws. In countries like South Africa, where migration is a sensitive issue, every large gathering of foreign nationals raises questions of oversight, identity, and resource burden. Residents in Cosmo City say they have been asking for months about what was going on, but felt unheard until the numbers reached a point where they could no longer ignore it. The church leaders were reported to have told attendees they were welcome regardless of documentation status, and that the congregation includes people from a range of backgrounds who feel rejected elsewhere. Some worshippers said they were grateful for the sense of belonging, while others admitted they had come illegally with hopes of better lives in South Africa and found a community through this church. These personal stories add emotional weight to the wider discussion about migration, faith, legality, and urban management. Police and municipal inspectors have indicated that they will investigate the site, looking at immigration violations, zoning violations, health and safety concerns, and whether the gathering is being used for purposes beyond worship. The local council has reportedly reviewed complaints about parking, trash, and noise, and some residents say they were promised action. Officials said they might soon order the church to move or limit its operations until all inspections are complete. From the perspective of the unemployed, the arrival of a large foreign national church could be seen in two ways. Some believe it might bring vitality to the local economy, increased foot traffic, informal traders serving attendees, restaurants and taxis gaining customers. Others fear that if undocumented nationals are attending without integration into formal systems, this creates an unregulated economy that could disadvantage locals who pay taxes, abide by rules, and still face unemployment. At the heart of it all is a question of fairness, in communities, in law enforcement, and in resource allocation. When large groups assemble without transparency, the neighbors and local government often feel reactive rather than proactive. Residents in Cosmo City say they did not want to be opposed to faith, but they did want to know what was happening in their neighborhood. They emphasized that transparency, local engagement and respect for residents should go hand in hand with spiritual gatherings. In the coming weeks, residents and officials alike will be watching closely. Will the church continue growing unchecked, or will it be asked to adhere strictly to local laws and immigration rules? Will the growth of foreign national congregations in Johannesburg widen the existing tensions or bring about a new kind of cultural collaboration? The answers are still forming. But for now, the story has shone a spotlight on suburban life, migration, faith, and urban governance. If you are new here, please subscribe so you don't miss our next updates and developments on this and other verified South African news. And please watch till the end to ensure you catch the sources for yourself and verify the details before drawing conclusions. Just to lighten things a little, somebody near the church site joked that it felt like they turned Cosmo City into a spiritual festival overnight: music, crowds, parking chaos, and for a moment even the local taxis looked like they were auditioning for a gospel choir. But beneath the laughter is a real community concern. All images used for this video are for illustration purposes only. Sources: News 24, Times Live, SABC News.